So, you've left your doctor's office with a prediabetes diagnosis and are incredibly frustrated at the lack of guidance from him or her and super confused on what the heck to do from this point. No worries, because we're going to talk about the three most important things that you should do as soon as possible after prediabetes diagnosis. Hey, it's Laura with TrueWell, and today we're diving into what to do after prediabetes diagnosis. So, really, the first thing I want to do is define what prediabetes diagnosis means in terms of your A1C levels. So, prediabetes is a condition where your blood sugar levels are higher than normal, but not yet high enough to be classified as type 2 diabetes. Normal A1C levels, which are a 3-month average of your past blood sugar levels, are up to 5.6. From 5.7 to 6.4 is considered pre-diabetic, and then from 6.5 and up is type 2 diabetic. So, prediabetes is basically like a traffic light telling you to slow down and make some pretty critical changes. More than 1 in 3 adults in the US actually have prediabetes, and what's scary is that the majority are completely unaware that they even have it. Now, this bridge between normal blood sugar levels and diabetes is not a small thing. For one thing, it increases that risk of you developing type 2 diabetes, but it also increases other related health issues. Understanding the factors that contribute to prediabetes is crucial so that you have that knowledge and the tools to try and reverse it. And these first steps into that process is what we're covering today. So let's dive into those three most important things. And I'm sure, since the first thing your doctor probably did at your appointment was try to push a prescription on you, medication is where we're going to start, but it's the number three thing. And then we're going to work backwards to the number one most important thing. So, number three is going to be do your homework on medication and subs and know their place. Now, I want to say, first of all, that I'm so sorry if your experience may have been so frustrating at the doctor's office. Mine was the same, and I hear this story over and over again with clients. I was shocked at the lack of guidance and instead had a prescription pushed on me. Now, the thing is, a lot of people get really offended at being told that they need to take a medication instead of getting recommendations on nutrition and lifestyle changes. So, I would like to suggest thinking about the medication in two different ways. First and foremost, know that medications are simply a band aid for the underlying condition of insulin resistance that's causing the prediabetes diagnosis, which came from the high A1C level. However, starting out with a medication could serve for you as a bridge method to mitigate some of that damage to your body while you're getting your diet and lifestyle under control and then learning how to balance your blood sugar. Everyone's circumstances are different, but a huge part of this decision comes down to the side effects of the medications and then if insurance will even cover it. What I understand currently is that medications like metformin may be covered with a prediabetes diagnosis, but these other drugs that contain semaglutide, which are the GLP-1 drugs, may not be covered. Each insurance provider has their own specific coverages and terms, so you'll need to check your own if you want to go this route. Knowing what I know about prediabetes and insulin resistance, jumping into this route is a huge mistake, though, and I'll explain that more when we get into the number one mistake. So, while your goal may be to reverse prediabetes and or get off of the medications, don't be afraid to use the help of a prescription as a temporary bridge between preventing more damage in the here and now and then your end goal of a completely up-leveled diet and lifestyle that can keep your blood sugar under control, hopefully without the medication at all. Now, as far as supplements go, there are a million and one that claim to balance blood sugar and absorb carbs to prevent them from being absorbed into your system. Now, I cannot attest to whether these even work unless there's been a clinical trial and it's published in a peer-reviewed journal. So there is evidence that berberine can help possibly as much as metformin, but there's still some controversy as to the dosage on that. The bottom line on supplements is that, this may be an option if you want to use something as that bridge that we were talking about, but are not able to get a prescription. But at the end of the day, they're still just a band aid. Okay, so number two is going to be diet and lifestyle changes. So you've probably already done some research and know that diet and lifestyle are going to be your biggest tools in your goal of reversing prediabetes. So, first and foremost, if you smoke, it's time to quit. Smoking increases the risk of diabetes complications and it makes it harder to control prediabetes. So, get support to kick the habit if you need it. Now, when it comes to the majority of your lifestyle changes, there are four major ones that you need to pay attention to because not only do they all work together, but they all play a critical role in managing blood sugar. The first is we're going to embrace physical activity. Exercise isn't just for weight loss. It's really important for managing and reversing prediabetes. You don't need to train for a marathon. Even a daily walk can work wonders. Exercise helps your muscles use up sugar for energy, and strength training builds that lean muscle, both of which lead to better blood sugar control. Next, I want to talk about stress management. Stress and blood sugar levels have a distinct connection. When stress strikes, your body releases hormones that can lead to higher blood sugar. So it's really time to make stress relief a priority. Next is sleep. Sleep is more than just rest, it's a crucial player in blood sugar management. Sleep deprivation can prevent the reset of hormones that help you feel full the next day, which can lead to overeating and makes it harder for your body to control blood sugar. Prioritize sleep as part of your holistic approach to lowering your A1C. And next, we're going to talk about revamping your diet. Now, the diet game can be different for every single person, and this is because every single person's body reacts so differently to different macro distributions depending on a lot of different factors. So, when you're starting out after a prediabetes diagnosis, I recommend starting with an anti inflammatory diet. Now, for some, this will mean a dietary style that includes meat. For others, it may mean going plant based. No matter which direction you go with, opt for smaller, balanced meals throughout the day to keep your blood sugar levels steady. Now, think of your plate as a puzzle. You want to fill half of it with veggies, a quarter with lean proteins, and then the remaining quarter with complex carbohydrates like beans, legumes, low glycemic fruit, and then whole grains. And you can have also a small amount of healthy fat. This balanced combo keeps your energy stable and your blood sugar in check. Now, before we dive into our number one most important thing after a prediabetes diagnosis, if you're getting helpful advice from this video, please hit that like button so that others can find it that are looking for information on prediabetes, and then subscribe to get all things blood sugar control, prediabetes, and anti-inflammatory diet from TrueWell. And lastly, the number one thing that you want to do after prediabetes diagnosis is going to be balance and monitoring your blood sugar. Balancing your blood sugar is the thing that lowers your A1C. Your A1C getting under that 5.6 mark is what gets you out of the pre-diabetic range. So learning how to get your blood sugar balanced with your diet and lifestyle changes is really the very first thing that you need to do after prediabetes diagnosis before you even worry with weight loss. This is why I said before that the medication strictly to lose weight after prediabetes diagnosis can be a huge mistake. The GLP-1 or semaglutide medications don't teach you anything about balancing your blood sugar levels. They simply make you not hungry and slow down your digestive system, which introduces problems of its own. But when you stop taking it, you're back at square one and still don't know how to balance your blood sugar levels. The way that you know you're keeping those levels balanced is by monitoring your blood sugar levels. This becomes your compass. This helps you understand how certain foods and activities affect your body and blood sugar. Self-testing involves using a blood sugar monitor to measure your blood sugar levels at various times throughout the day. These readings are going to help you understand how different factors like types of foods, amounts of foods, and things like exercise and stress influence your blood sugar levels every day. You can go buy a manual glucose meter at your pharmacy, or you may want to try and use a continuous glucose monitor. A manual monitor is a small little device that comes with a lancet or a little needle, and you'll just have to also get some test strips. You can get these for under probably like $40 at your local pharmacy. And like anything else, some models are more expensive than others and have more features and bells and whistles than others. A continuous glucose monitor is a tiny little device that attaches to your skin, and it connects to a device or an app on your phone. This measures your blood sugar through your skin and interstitial fluid. I have another video that discusses what these are and how I was able to get a continuous glucose monitor if you're interested in being able to monitor your blood sugar in real time without all of the finger sticks. And very last, I want to emphasize the role of support on this journey. One of the main goals of TrueWell is to support others in learning about blood sugar management and how it affects your body, how to take control of that through dietary and lifestyle changes. So if you're ready to dive even further into prediabetes and how to reverse it, you can do two things. You can watch the other videos in this playlist series, and you can go ahead and check out our 4-week blood sugar bootcamp program, which is linked below. Be true, be well, and I'll see you in the next video.